I am cindyann, and I help successful divorced women to attract a healthy relationship where they feel deeply secure and fulfilled without the fear of making a mistake again or ending up alone.
I'm Abby. I'm a busy mom, and I help high achieving single women overcome their fear of getting taken advantage of, stop pushing men away, and invite the secure and loving relationship of their own dreams.
I'm Emma, and at 46, I attracted my first healthy relationship after overcoming my chronic people pleasing. I now help successful single women to find the loving and committed relationship they have always desired.
Join us for coffee and coaching conversations, where three experienced coaches answer your love and dating questions. See you there.
Welcome to Coffee and Coaching Conversations, Love and Dating. Here you are today with three amazing women who have all conquered the not having a love and significant lover in their life, significant person is what I'm trying to say, to having a significant person. And the reason we're kind of bringing it up a little bit different and a little bit stronger today, because first off, we want to say Happy New Year. And that if there is not a better time to recommit yourself to finding that amazing partner than in the new year, when everything is new and it's fresh. We're over the holidays. We're not into summer yet. We are just beginning this new process of, hey, how do I want to spend my summer? Do I want to spend my summer yet again alone? Or am I ready to spend my summer hiking and biking and going to dinners on the water or wherever? I live in Seattle, so we go to dinner on lakes. Um, do I want to be doing that again, another summer all alone? Or do I want to be doing it with a significant other, someone that I get to share my life and time with? So today's topic, as if that wasn't a long enough introduction, is how to beat the blues, how to kick off 2024 as your year to meeting your new and amazing man. I am here with my dear Abby, who's in Ohio, Emma, who's in the UK, and myself, cindyann, in Seattle, Washington. And I just want to jump right in with what Abby is thinking on this topic.
Well, thank you so much, and welcome yet again to 2024, everyone. So, thinking about this topic, and just, as cindyann said, here we are, we've been there, right? So I can remember what it's like to go have the year end, go into the new year and feel like, oh my gosh, the holidays, I spent them alone, and that can can feel a little, make you feel a little down, and so you get in that slump. And I think what I would say my sort of biggest piece of advice for someone wanting to get out of that, that winter blues, the holidays blues, and here you are, brand new year and no one, you don't have your love. My number one piece of advice would be to take a step, just oftentimes we say, oh, I'm going to do this year, and we've got resolutions and different things like that. But ask yourself what step you can take first. I'd probably say for like a great one would be something that I'm gonna kind of I've heard this from another coach before, is to find find your own fairy godmother was what was the way that it was worded. But really, this is like, finding you know, finding a trusted advisor, somebody who can encourage you in this new step, go find that person. I would recommend getting a coach. So like this would be the perfect time, you know, get a great coach. I know every one of us on this call has had that for ourselves, and that was what shifted things. You know, I know for me that's what shifted things, was being able to go get an actual coach, a dating coach, to help um you know, kind of help me see myself and my situation with my dating life for what it was, and to really get out of that the rut, even some of the areas that I didn't see. So um now's that time. If you've got this, you know, something inside that's burning, use it, and you know, shift that to saying, okay, this is the action I'm going to take, and find a coach that resonates with you, whose work resonates with you. Obviously I think all three of us are currently accepting clients, so yeah, that's what I would say, is go find a coach, get started on whatever steps you need to take, even if they're little baby steps with that coach, you know, wherever you are in your process, but take a step. That would be my first piece of advice. um
And Abby, I totally want to piggyback on that just right away before we get to our dear Emma. And that is that I would not be in the position today, where today is actually my 2-year anniversary of the first dates that I have with my partner that I am with. And not only did we have our first date 2 years ago, we we had our
wonderful.
sorry about those. Um, we had our first date 2 years ago. We have had such a great progression of our relationship that today, now 2 years later, I have moved in with him. So in 2 years, I went from single, blue, not feeling good about, you know, my future, to then meeting my love, us building on each other and our relationship, really sorting out who each other we are to each other and what we want. And what we wanted is to truly be together, to have a relationship with one another, to move in together. And right now I am in my new environment and living in, we share in his home. I moved into his home. And so now I am here with him. And this was a 2-year process. So now 2 years later, I am living what the only thing that I wanted 2 years ago for my New Year's resolution was, which is to have a long-term loving relationship with a partner that I would live with.
Yeah.
And that's happened. So I make that kind of like long and lengthy and telling you this because this can happen to you, for you girls. I mean, any of you ladies and listeners that are on right now, you have the opportunity to have that. You could now be in 2026, let's say, and you could be living with your man.
Yeah.
And it can go at the right progression, and you can have the goal of what you've been trying to achieve. I mean, I really wanted to stress that with you, our listeners, because everything can be accomplished when you start taking your steps towards making this your priority.
My God.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think it's wonderful, and so exciting. And yeah, I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
But I agree. It's all about taking steps. And I also would never ever be where I am today without having a coach. And so I think for me that just made such a difference. And yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be where I am today without having taken those steps. And it was scary, but yeah, I am grateful every day that I worked with a coach. I did the work as well. You know, you have to kind of apply the learnings and really examine who you are and what you want and where you've come from. But it was totally worth it, because like Cindyann, I'm in an amazing relationship and I'm very happy, and totally different relationship to all my previous ones.
Mhm.
So yeah, but you
Mhm.
have to take the action. It is, I know
Mhm.
that doesn't necessarily sound very exciting or can sound very terrifying, but you have to
Mhm.
take those steps. You have to move forward. You have to look at what you're doing and why you're doing it,
Mhm.
and break through some of those patterns. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And Emma, what I would also piggyback on is that my one suggestion for, how to beat the blues and what to do to dive into 2024 being the year that you are with someone spectacular, and someone that you get to share your life with, um, is that I would highly recommend you getting clear on your commitment. So it sounds like, okay, yes, some people are going to go out there now and go hire a coach. Some people are going to say, my commitment is to get on 4 sites. And this is what we recommend as coaches, to get on up to 4 dating sites, to have multiple men coming at you, to be doing circular dating, and to have a lot of energy and positive energy around trying to bring forth men into your life so that then you can pick, your right guy from there. This guy's not picking you, you're picking him. You're getting to get a lot of gentlemen to engage you over a website, to then, feel like you're taking action. Your action is to be dating multiple men. And so that could be, so one could be a coach, one could be dating multiple men by getting on lots and lots of websites, and one could be just your true blue manifesting what it is that you want, which is, I want a relationship. So you write that on a piece of paper. I want a relationship. I want a loving long-term relationship with a man who also wants to commit to a long-term relationship. And write that 50 times to yourself.
Yeah.
Write that 50 times to yourself per day, saying that this is what I want. What I want, I'm manifesting this. Those are 3 ideas that we're giving you right now on how to get to your next step to beat the blues. And now, Abby, it looks like you.
I love that. Well, no, I love what you said about, really honing in on what you want. That's
Yes.
so huge. So I know I've had clients who've said, okay, I've done this before and I've already, we've all heard that, right? Where they've said, like, I've already tried the dating apps and it's terrible. It didn't work for me and this and that. And really, you do need to start. And that's one thing that I honestly, that's what a coach did for me. That's what helped. That was really honing in on exactly what I wanted, because um, you know, that coach, could see what I couldn't in some ways. They could kind of see how I was veering off course from what I wanted. And so I love what you said, Cindyann, about how we need to start with getting really, really sure about exactly what we want. Is it to get
Mhm.
married? Is it to have a relationship with a partner who wants to share your life together? Is it monogamy? Some people are even looking for other stuff. They're looking for different styles of relationship, or maybe they want to have more than one partner or whatever. But um, whatever it is that you want, some people may not want to live with a partner, I don't know, but they want somebody who wants to have a commitment where they can travel, or they want to have something with, is it with your family? So whatever it is, write that down. I love that you brought that up.
yeah, and be honest with yourself. If there's something that you think, oh, but my parents won't approve of that, or whatever it is,
Mhm.
then, but if that's something that you want, and you're being honest and transparent about that, then that should be fine.
Like really, really identify it and prioritize it for yourself as opposed to doing the thing that seems, that's what everybody wants you to do, or you should do that by now, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Really hone
Mm-hmm.
in on it. And that's like kind of key to manifesting too, is really,
Yes.
Because I mean, we deep down inside, we know what we want, even if we're not saying it to our friends, or we're saying
Yes.
something else or different things like that. So absolutely. Um,
Mm.
yeah.
You do have to take action, though. You can't just sit there and think, I want this, so it's going to come to me. It doesn't work like that. You have to still take the action, do the work. But I think, getting clear on what you want, feeling what that feels like, and then taking the steps to make it happen, should should generate some positive and amazing results for you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it takes bravery, right, to take that step, even if it's just one big one good step, in the right direction. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. But okay, so we've given you several tips there. So it's about being clear what it is that you want. It's about, whatever that is. So that's and taking some action. So getting out on the dating sites, finding your fairy godmother. So who is it that's going to support you, not judge you? Would you consider working with a coach? Because of the three of us have found that completely invaluable. But taking those steps, because you know what they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting a different result. So make sure that you are doing something different, and you should get some amazing results. So I hope you found those useful. If you would like to speak to any of us about breaking through your specific barriers to experience the love that you've always wanted, if you click on the links, then we would be able to have a breakthrough session with you, or one-on-one, and that's free. And we'd love to help you receive the loving long-term relationship that you've always wanted. And we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.